Hello guys, thanks for coming back. Today we're going to be making a small skewer knife out of this piece of leaf spring. So let's just jump right in. Alright, so I've just got this piece right here, and we're just going to stick it in the forge and let it heat up. Alright, so now I'm just going to break this down and get it all thinned out so I can start forming the preform of the knife. Alright, now I've got this all flattened out here to about 1/4 inch. I'm going to start forming in the tip on the end here. Just slowly matching over. Flattening it out as I go. Flattening it out as I go. Back and forth. Back in the fire. Alright, now I've got it. I'm going to take it out again, and right now I'm going to start thinning down the blade. Make sure I get a good belly right here, a little bit thinner in the back here. Right, now I'm going to start taking the back end of my crossbeam and making a little dent right here and start to make the guard. Alright, so now I'm going to start taking down this part right here and forming the handle. Alright, so I've got the handle shaped out now, and I'm just going to finish in the handle grip area, and it'll be pretty much ready time to do the bevels. Alright, now I've bent the tip down just a little bit, so once I start the bevels, the blade will start curving up. I'm going to start the bevels now, I'm start angle my hammer just down a little bit, and once I get to the other side, I'll lift up and start keep it with the angle of the hammer. outside, now back in the forge. Right, so right now I've finished the bevels and see how this is curved up. I'm just going to go ahead and straighten that down and finish the tip off a little bit. Right now I just finished putting in the distal taper. See right from right here it gets thinner, then to thick in the middle of the blade, and then thins down towards the end of the handle. The next tee I'm going to straighten it out and just put on the finishing touches, and then we'll be ready for the first normalizing cycle. Here's the knife. I just took it out for its normalizing cycle and it's cooling down right now. And then once it's all cooled down, we'll start on the rough grinding. Alright guys, we've got this all forged out here and it's cooled down from its first normalizing cycle. And right now I'm just going to sketch out the outline of this knife here on the notepad. And then I'll just draw in where I want to take off any material and pinholes, plunge line, anything like that. And then we'll go out and start grinding. Right here I've traced out my design. I figured I've finally finished, and I've just traced on the outside with a Sharpie just so I can see where I generally go. I'm not going to follow this exactly, but just to show me what I'm looking for. And that's pretty much it. After the grinding, rough grinding, we'll start on the bevels. I've had them on here. I've just had them go just about 3/4 of the way up. So I'll have a nice sharp edge when you go in for skinning. So now let's go out for the grinding, and I'll see you out there. Alright, I'm out here, and so now I've just got this worn out 40 grit belt on here, my 1x30, and we'll just start shaping out the profile of the knife, and then we'll start on the bevels. Alright, here's the finished knife profiled, and I got it all smoothed out, all the ergonomics and the handle grip, all the contours are in. I smoothed out the blade here and put in the little clip here. So I think we're all ready for the beveling. I'm just going to start off right about here, a little bit farther away from the plunge lines where I want them to end up to be. So right about here, and then when I get up to the higher grits, I'll start moving them back and get them more even, and we'll see how that goes. So I'll go get a new fresh belt on the grinder, and then we'll just jump right into it. Alright guys, here I've finished both of the bevels and I've got them ground up to 120 grit. And now I'm just about to hand sand the bevels before I do the heat treat. I like to do this part because get all the scratches going in one direction before heat treat, because it's a lot, the steel's a lot softer and it goes much quicker and it's easier to get out deep scratches. So I'm going to take this up to about 220, and then I'll probably flatten out the handle scale section right here, and then we'll go in for the heat treat and the temper. So I'll go get this set up for hand sanding, and then I'll put this on a time lapse and show you how it goes. Alright guys, so just got this knife out here. I've flattened down the scales there, just up to the bolster area, and see right now I've got the forge heating up, so we're gonna for the heat treat. And I don't know if you can tell, but I've got a piece of pipe in there, a little piece of angle iron, just to keep the flames away from the knife when I'm heating it up, and so it'll come to a slow, even heat, and then we'll just quench it in some preheated oil, and then we'll start the temper. So I'll just get you set up for that. Alright, it's in there heating up, and while it's heating up, I'll just be pulling it back and forth to get it slow and even tempered, and even heat rise in the knife, so that it'll, once we quench it, it'll be nice even hardness along the edge. Alright guys, it's getting ready, it's really close to the heat. It's getting ready for the quench. I'm just going to keep moving it up and down so that it doesn't create a bubble around the blade, so that it will cool down faster. Warped. Looks pretty good. I don't know if you can see that right there. It's pretty straight. Got some nice marten sight right there on the tip. Barely had any scale on it. Hand sanding it up already helps with that a lot. Keeps the scale off. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. Here's a knife just out of the heat treat. It's got some nice marten sight on this side, on the tip, near the tip, and so looking good. In the next video, I'll show you how I finish the blade here. We'll put on some scales, drill some holes after we draw back the temper on the tang, and then we'll finish up the scales with sanding and some nice oiling on the handle to just make the wood grain pop. So thanks for watching. If you want to see me finish this knife, come check out the next video, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.